going crazy. They're just finding any way to get clout. It's crazy. Like they
Nah,
don't care
like
how they have to get that shit. They're just gonna get it
this shit is worse
regardless.
than the long neck nigga back in the day, the
That nigga's
Supreme
crazy
Patty
too.
dude. Like this shit way worse than them niggas. Like at least them you know what the fuck to expect. But these new niggas, y'all see that dude running around New York calling everybody a monkey, like throwing money at them and
Oh,
shit.
that dude.
Yes, bro.
That's an old ass video though. But like I guess he like resurfaced because like that was back in the day. I feel like 2016, 2017.
Nah, he
But he
going even
somehow
crazier now.
resurfaced. I've not seen. I need to see like some of the recent videos. What's he saying now? Is he
He's
still
running
like
around the
talking?
subway just terrorizing all of New York. Like he's like the Ezra Miller of New York.
What?
Yes,
Taco, have you
bro.
seen him? Have you seen
That's
him,
me, bro.
Taco?
That's me. That's me.
You seen him, Taco?
That's my buddy Craig. What do you mean?
What
You
the
know the
fuck?
nigga?
Yeah, bro. I gave him $1 the other day.
Why did Aiden
You
Ross
gave
just
him
tweet out
money.
what the? Nah, Aiden going crazy. He just tweeted out there are only two genders. Why did he tweet that out? What the fuck is going
Aiden Ross
on?
Because
just
bro
tweeted
wants to
that?
be
Yeah, like right
KG.
now, 13 minutes
Hold
ago.
up. Hold up. No, the fuck he didn't. What is
Yeah,
going
13
on with
minutes.
this dude?
There are only two genders. And someone was like, and everyone in the chat's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
He going
And
crazy. No fucking way he actually said that shit.
yes, bro. He has 300,000 views on the tweet live. People are talking about something he's
Nah, bro.
cooking. He's not cooking
His
shit.
whole fan base agreeing with him.
He's really like Taco said, like this Tay Jr. Genuinely. Like I don't know how he did it, but like he's cultivated the audience to where like he is the pipeline now. Like he's the beginning of the pipeline. All right. It's
Because
just
the other
crazy.
nigga's in jail and never getting out. That nigga's tweeting from jail too. I'll be seeing that nigga's tweets.
He be saying all kinds of shit, like I
You know how
know
niggas used to like
jail.
scratch little marks into the wall like day one. Like he doing that shit live on fucking Twitter. He said apparently they're holding him hostage and like beating his ass every day. They going crazy on that nigga.
This nigga 2 hours ago. Misery loves company. That's why weak men try to convince you it's okay to be weak. They want to share the pain. What is he talking
This
about?
nigga think he the
What the?
Riddler or some shit. What the fuck does that even mean? Should make no fucking sense.
Niggas over here quoting the Quran. What?
Nah, we gotta talk about why every nigga just Muslim all of a sudden.
Oh my god, this
What?
is
Nico
so
posted a
Dude.
picture. What do you mean what, Taco? Everybody just all of a
No,
sudden
nah.
Muslim.
I was talking about Aiden Ross still. This dude, I went to his tweets and replies, and you know that South Park clip where I think his name's Jimmy, like he says, "Don't be dissing," and then the N word.
Oh yeah, the mentally challenged dude. Or the handicapped dude.
Yeah, handicapped dude. Aiden Ross replied to that clip, and he said, "Fun fact: I voiced this line."
what
Yeah,
the
that was a few days
fuck?
ago, yeah. I mean, he's literally just trying to clout chase so he can get his fan base on kick. Like that's all he's trying to do.
This shit's insane. Ain't no way he acting like this, bro. Like, and
I
it's all
want to start
happening
from the
like
beginning though. Like this is just like I don't know. Like we missed the Kanye dog, but I want to start right now from the beginning. What the fuck started off with this shit?
with Aiden Ross.
Yeah, so like the nigga was on Twitch and apparently I don't think niggas started hating him until recently. Honestly, because I didn't see nobody hating on the nigga when he was hanging out with like Kai, Rage, Bruce. I didn't hear nobody hating on the nigga. So what the fuck changed?
I mean, at the very, very beginning, like his whole come up was, at least in my opinion, was being a cloud demon. Like, and I never understood how he had that connection to where he was getting all those rappers on his thing. 'Cause he had like everybody on his Twitch. He had like Tory Lanez when he was still like not going to jail. He had Soldier Boy. He had DDG. Then he like upgraded to like Polo G. I think he had Little Baby first. Then he had Eneli Choppa like 2 or 3 times, and everyone's coming on there. They're rapping on him, giving him do rags. He had Ski Master
What?
Slim going on that bitch. Yeah, like they
Why
were like
is it so
except.
popular for these white niggas to utilize black culture to get to the top? Because I ain't never heard him talk about Soldier Boy. Like he don't even associate with none of these niggas that he came up off of.
Not at all. That
It's
fucking
a popular ass thing. I mean, he's just like a Post Malone of fucking streaming, basically. He utilized rap, and as soon as he got to the top, he was like, I'm not even a fucking rapper, fuck rap. Like, nigga, yes, you are. You came up off White Iverson, nigga. They do that shit all the time. It's honestly, like, pissing me off how easily it is for white niggas to just use black people to get to the top. and then become way bigger than them. Like the only nigga that Adin's not bigger than anymore is Kai, because Kai is that nigga.
And even to this day, like he's still trying to pull from Kai. Like that's his whole selling point for the whole kick thing. Is like, oh, you know, I got. Like he always says that's the first thing he says. Oh, I'm gonna get Kai, Rage, Bruce. He keeps saying he says that shit like at least once every 30 seconds, and people are like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But every time I see Kai in a clip of Kai or like anybody else from AMP, they're like, fuck no, we're not going over to the kick. Why the fuck would we go to kick?
Because you literally be a dumbass to go over there. There's nobody over there. There's no audience on kick that you can grow your shit on. Like why would Kai leave a site where he has 250,000 subscribers?
That's
you know how much money that shit is, dog?
Y'all been seeing that shit like that? Like I think he's probably about to reach 260 today. Like he's
gonna become the highest paid by the end of this subathon he's doing. He has like I think 5 more days. He for sure gonna reach that shit. Why would you leave that?
It's an easy 250,000. If he gets half of that, he gets 625,000, bro.
Well, these partners, when you become a Twitch partner of that like big velocity, basically like the Pokemains and shit like that, they cut a secret deal with you. It's like you don't get the regular Twitch, half and half that we do as partners, my nigga. You get like maybe Twitch gets 25%, he gets 75%, so you getting at least 400,000 a month.
I don't think Twitch cut him a deal. I mean that's the whole reason why he's always like.
I mean they can make you sign an NDA. Like even Pokemon don't even talk about shit like that, but it's out there. Like we know it is.
Okay.
Because I don't think you even get to that size of anything and still be like, yeah, I'm going to still be Twitch's bitch and only take 50% when you doing all the work. Twitch ain't doing nothing. It's just a platform.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Especially when you start getting to like the nitty gritty shit. Like technically I think now you're allowed to stream on YouTube, but Twitch can come to you and be like, hey, we'll take 25%, you take 75%, just don't stream on any other services.
Okay.
That's crazy, bro. 'Cause I still remember, like, I mean, not that I ever liked Adin Ross like that, but I think a few months ago, maybe like 6 months ago, something like that, 6-7 months ago, I think like there was a clip of a stream which like, I thought was pretty funny. I was like, oh, it's pretty funny. I think I tuned into it like maybe like 15 minutes of a stream one time, and I thought, all right, this ain't so bad. But like ever since
Ross gang,
hell no, for 15 minutes. No, but then ever since he started hanging out with Andrew Tate and trying to be like him and everything like that, he just got that whole Andrew Tate like fan base to him, like even more. Because his fan base has always been kids, but now it's like right wing pipeline like kids. Like it's kind of crazy because like, bro, literally, if you just the way he talks, if you watch a video of him from like 8 months ago and the way he talked then and the way he talks now. It's like so like he thinks he's better than you and everything he says. It's just like so. Bro. I hate people like that, dog.
Sounds so condescending. Like he literally turned into Tate. Like genuinely turned into that man. It's actually like he has the same mannerisms. The way he's like, I don't know. It's like everything he does sounds just like that nigga. Like the fact that he went. What are you saying?
No. I was just saying that he literally talked like this and this. And guys, and guys, you guys, like fucking talking like that.
I be wondering, like, for a nigga, like, as a Twitch streamer, you got to be a professional talker. Why do some of these niggas stutter so fucking much? Like, I understand whenever you like just now start off, you learning your shit, trying to get your footing inside of it, but like these top niggas, they should not be stuttering through 75% of their sentences like that. That's fucking crazy. I can't even understand. It's like actually, no, I probably can't say that shit because it's like a race thing. But the main nigga, if you know what I'm talking about, bro, like I don't understand nothing that nigga be saying it fucking all, bro.
XQCC. It's funny because like when I hear it, like I understand exactly what he's saying. Like maybe because I think I don't even watch him like that. I think Pan might watch him a little bit more than we do. I think Pan kind of understands him a little bit.
Ludwig, I think. I don't think he fuck with XQC that much.
Okay. I mean, I understand what he says. Like first try, I understand what he says. I don't know why, but I know I can get why it's hard. But like when I hear, I'm just like, oh, okay, I get the gist. I don't know. This may just be different in ears.
Yeah, because I don't get nothing what the fuck that nigga be saying ever. I mean, because I never watched the nigga. I only see clips from him. And
Yeah,
I
I've
only
seen
really see clips from him whenever Sacred posts him, and Sacred be choosing the craziest, like wildest fucking. I can't understand nothing that nigga be saying at all, bro. Like he'll
I mean,
say some crazy, like some just rambling through a sentence, and the whole chat be like LMAO, like what did he say? I want to laugh.
no, I began. I mean, like, but when he does get like mad or whatever, and he'd be like yelling or whatever, it gets really kind of difficult.
Where's he from?
I just know
Is
he's
he
not from
Nordic?
America. For Nordic, it's crazy.
I have no idea. I really don't know. I know he's
Uh,
not German. I
He's
don't think.
Canadian.
No
he's
way.
Canadian. I
Yeah.
wanted to say
No
German
fucking
too.
way. Yeah,
I didn't want to
nigga.
be
What
crazy.
part?
XQC. Yeah, he's Canadian.
Quebec.
Whoa.
How?
From
What
Quebec.
the fuck? He's 27. Okay.
But I ain't gonna
Quebec
lie.
and never mind.
What up?
I thought that was in,
SQC
like
is
Middle East.
SQC is from Laval, a town in the French-speaking Canadian province of Quebec. While he primarily speaks in English on his stream, French is his first language. Maybe that's why.
Okay. All right, that makes more sense. But I definitely know a lot of niggas that English ain't their first language, and I understand them perfectly. But that nigga just be, I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's a part of his charm. It's a part of his charm. Oh, well, at least one thing I want to say about XQC, at least he never like switched up. At least he's one of like the only few white people that actually kind of came into the black community and didn't just do some weird shit. He's still XQC, like he's still himself.
I mean,
I'm
that's
like,
true, but he
Megan.
did definitely get bigger when he joined the black community.
Yeah, most definitely. That's always gonna happen. But at least he didn't like. Okay, I got bigger. Like fuck y'all. Like he always be mentioning them. He'd be writing for them. And they'd be like
I mean,
still making
he's that nigga
content.
because I saw a video. I saw a little clip on Twitter. I think Kai was about to take the camera into the bathroom, and then XQC's like, stop the camera. I was like, hey, no, you'll get banned for that shit forever. And then Kai was like, hey, good looks. So I mean, he's definitely a real nigga for sure. But yeah, I guess it's more respectable whenever you come up out the black community and then stay there. I guess like you got like the Eminems that still ain't ever left that community. He's still like riding for Detroit and shit like that. But then you got the niggas that come up out the black community and then just leave because they know you can get a bag off that shit.
Like MGK, Miley Cyrus. I know the niggas.
Yeah, MGK. Those are two crazy examples. Yeah, very good examples because they did exactly that shit. Like Miley Cyrus made that 123 song and then dipped back to country immediately. And then her dad said the hard R.
That shit's so insane for real. It's just how they just begin like no one remembers the shit. Like when you bring it up, people are like, "Wow, what do you mean? When did that happen?" Like we all watched her swing on the wrecking ball. It was iconic. We saw that shit like for a whole year. It was like 2017. She was just swinging on that shit back and forth, just going crazy.
That was more of a pop song. I'm talking about that in the club, whatever the fuck that song is that she made with Mike Will.
Oh yeah. And
yeah, 23.
Was it Rick Ross on that shit too? Oh hell no.
They remixed that shit like the fucking Old Town Road song. I heard every rapper get a verse on that bullshit.
That's crazy how like when the black man tries to go into like I guess the quote unquote white oriented space, they were like trying to neglect that. Like, oh, this is not country. He can't be on the country charts. But then they be coming over here and just living lavish.
Yeah, niggas were skipping the Nas verse to go straight to Billy Ray Cyrus's verse. Like it wasn't the same song.
Oh hell no! And Billy Ray Cyrus not even like not too much on him. Not too much on him. But that shit just
he got some bangers. The Achy Breaky Heart was a banger for sure. That's all I know though.
I don't know what the fuck that shit is. I can't hold you.
My Achy Breaky Heart. You never heard that song?
Hell no.
I know the Spanish version.
The Spanish version.
That shit must be.
How does it go?
I'm not singing that shit.
Bro, just sing it right quick, bro.
Hell no.
I was gonna ask you
content.
I was gonna ask you too, but I knew you say no. I knew you were gonna say no immediately. Fuck.
Yeah, that's
Taco. Like we heard you sing before on your album. Shout out Red Room.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes sir.
Shout out Earth, Wind and Fire.
Bro, go ahead and sing a acapella right now, real quick.
I'm a copyright struck this shit.
What the?
Is this that good that you gonna sound just like the fucking song? Damn.
Hell yeah.
I gotta respect it. I ain't gonna hold you at all.
I'm not off Adin Ross though. I'm not off that nigga.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Like,
All right. Anyway, okay. So he utilized the black culture. He got to the part where was he a part of the boys or whatever?
The
he was like
boys.
a frequent guest star. The Boys is like
Not
the
the show.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I
no,
said.
no, no. The Boys is like the I guess like small group of Bruce, Kai, and your age that was like
Uh,
very short lived. Yeah, he was like a frequent guest star. Like him, I know Dante was there that one time.
Oh
Like
shit.
Aiden kind of like once all the rapper shit kind of died out, because I think rappers like they understood like if we go on this nigga stream, our song gonna blow. Like even though this nigga might be mad corny, he's over there. We didn't even talk about that too. How he blew up off of being mad like quote unquote sus and using the LGBT, but now he's over there tweeting out talking about something. There's only two genders. When he be on stream talking to Polo G and like Ski Master Slump God's bodyguard, telling them like, I'm gonna suck your dick and going fucking crazy and doing all
uh,
this. That's what he was saying. This
Right, he'd be
mad,
like
bro,
the
I'm
smile if you're
pushing that.
gay, and then just like to the straight
yeah,
face or some shit. Yeah, I know that
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
and then complete 180. And now he's all against like LGBT now and stuff like that. Talking about like, if I paint my nails and turn my hair blue, they wouldn't have banned me on Twitch. He's just got banned again
Nigga,
indefinitely.
yes you
I
would,
saw that.
dog.
Yeah.
Like I hate that clip. It makes no fucking sense. You would absolutely get banned still.
What
Like
was the point of that? Like, what does he mean? Like, what is the
God,
correlation?
there's like a
God,
whole
no.
narrative basically saying that the people that dye their hair in like crazy extraordinary colors are all a part of the LGBTQ.
It was just
No, I know that. I know that. It's just like, okay, like,
I don't
what
know.
is his point? Like,
He basically was saying, I guess if I was bi or gay, would I still have gotten banned? Which you absolutely would have still gotten banned.
First, I thought he was throwing shots at Ninja because of the blue hair, but I seen he's talking about painting people's nails and stuff.
Nah,
Okay, never
nah.
mind.
Ninja was always him throughout his entire streaming career.
y'all see that
He
clip
don't
of
get enough
Ninja like
love.
boasting?
He's a
Yeah,
what?
y'all see that clip of Ninja boasting? Nah, there's this clip of Ninja like basically saying that, oh, congrats to Kai, but like I did it without a subathon. Like,
Yeah,
I
type
respect it. I
shit.
which,
don't care.
yeah, I guess so, but like,
I
nah.
feel like I
I
felt it was
mean,
kind
he
of like a little bit hate, but at the same time, it's like I don't feel like it's hate because people are probably coming to him. And like, you know how people are just corny like that, probably coming at his chat. Like he doesn't even interact with any of these people, but it probably still in his chat like, you see Ludwig surpass you see Kai surpass you. What do you think about that? Like, bro, he's playing Fortnite. Can y'all
yeah,
like
I mean, it's one
not
of those
bother the
things where
man?
like I like seeing like extremely humble because I've never heard him get non humble. Like I've always heard him be like a kind dude, unless you like go to his old clips or some shit where you're yelling, cussing and shit. But like,
Mm-hmm.
whenever like I feel like humble niggas should be allowed to at least say one crazy ass thing because I know that Kai would probably say some shit like that. Like if he were to come like, yeah, I'm number one, nigga, like shit like that. I could just see him saying some shit like that. It's like I mean, Ninja really did come up off only doing Fortnite, and he was the first one in history to collab with the Drakes and the Travis Scotts and the football players and shit like that. Like he was doing that shit before all these niggas. I don't think it was like a making fun of them sort of thing. I think it was just like he was getting his shit off, which I
Yeah, I feel
respected.
that. I don't know. They were saying like during that time as well. Like I guess when Twitch was like first really like becoming Twitch the way it is now. There was no gifted subs either or something. There was like something like there was no crucial part of the subsystem.
Yeah,
So he got all the way there just by people just straight up subbing to him. Like not even gifted or nothing like that. That's insane to think about. It's actually insane.
and he literally blew up the two. Like he blew up everything. Like, I can't really if I'm giving credit to people, I can't really think of anything Ludwig blew up because Twitch is already at his peak. Kai, I don't really know enough about him to know what he blew up, but like Ninja blew up Twitch and Fortnite. Like he backpacked both the two. Like as soon as he basically, I guess Fortnite fell off, my nigga. Like it's whenever Ninja stopped giving a fuck about it, and then Twitch as well. Like as soon as Ninja went over to Mixer, whatever the fuck, then I feel like he kind of fell off after that shit. But he backpacked both like services. It's crazy.
No, it really is that. I mean, definitely where credit's due type shit. Cause when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this sounds kind of like some hate. But I was like, nah, like he really that nigga for real. You can't even say nothing. Like and he was the face of gaming genuinely for like a year. Like
Absolutely.
everyone's parents knew who this nigga was. Oh yeah, that's Ninja. Like what the That
Like
shit was insane.
he literally was like the PewDiePie for Twitch and did it in a way shorter time span.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
PewDiePie, we all know is like, I still look at him as the face of YouTube because he literally, even though he had that incident and I kind of don't fuck with him after that shit, he had a crazy ass arc. Like he started off one of the beginning niggas on YouTube, blew up multiple times, had a hiccup, if you want to call that a hiccup or a downfall, whatever the fuck, after he said the word or whatever the fuck. But then he still kept going. Like, usually whenever some crazy shit like that happens, it wasn't even like they dug up an old tweet or some shit. He said that shit on a live stream 3 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
Three
everything taken away
times.
from him, and then still, yeah, he said it. He said it the initial time, and then he said it because people tricked him in saying it in a donation. So he's like, got me again, and then like, and then they got him again after that shit. But then he blew up again, like, and then now he's retired in Japan with the baby.
Yeah, having a whole kid on the way.
Like,
Married.
Jazz sent me a clip of Dante kind of like singing with his baby on Twitch stream, and I think if you able
Yeah, I saw
to
that.
be happy at the end of your career, not to say that they're either at the end of their career with a child and like you still him, I feel like that's the perfect arc you can have. Because I feel like Dante has had mad controversies too, even though he is like a very reformed end of his arc, like amazing person now.
I mean, Dante's just always been like the dark horse in the sense of like he's just never giving a fuck about cancel culture. So you're just like, I'm not like he doesn't like he's not disrespectful or racist or sexist or whatever, but he's not afraid to ask questions or just like make comments and like if it's wrong or whatever, he'll call himself out on it or stuff like that. But like he doesn't shy away from stuff like Berlizzi on the other hand, like you can see like when they're all together, like Berlizzi's like always like like no, he's like the nice one, like how do I say this like in a proper way, but like Dante or
Yeah.
Jojo like nah, fuck that, just tell him how it is, be real, be toxic, quote unquote. So I think that's where the quote unquote controversy comes from. But he a good dude, bro. Like his art going from like wanting to take his own life at one point to now like marrying that same girl he was with during that time and having a kid. He's still one of the biggest Twitch streamers. I think he's getting nominated this year for like one of the streamer awards for like I think just chatting or some shit or like
Yeah.
something. It's just fire to see. I'm glad he's getting his flowers as well because he really deserves that shit.
Yeah, he had a good arc. Like whenever you are doing content creation, look to the niggas that are doing shit like this. Like don't look to the niggas that are always saying just crazy cancelable shit because they know they can't get canceled and because they know it brings them clout just so they can grow bigger. Like Adin, I don't know. I mean, he probably can try to escape this two gender thing because he can just say like, "Oh, I was just making fun of Sneeko when he said it," because Sneeko did tweet the same thing like maybe 3 weeks ago. So he could probably just be like, "No, I was just making fun of him," and then try to back out it that way if he's pussy. But if he stands on this, then he's just a clout goblin. Like the nigga is just he is evolving more with clout. It don't make any sense.
Yeah, you really gotta
Now
only
you gotta
focus on
go.
the good people.
I mean,
You know, you really
they're
do.
not gonna get him out of here. I mean, if y'all are crazy. If you
Forever.
think he's gonna get canceled?
Nah, cancel culture doesn't work
Permanently.
at all. He might. I've seen I've started to see like how you were saying I've seen a lot of people starting to turn on him. Like I saw if y'all know, well you probably don't know who he is, but there's a guy named Scum TK or they just call him TK. He part of the whole Your Age Bruce Kai group. He's a pretty big streamer, and they were asking him about it. He's like, oh man, like what he did is wrong and stuff like that. But at this point, bro, I don't care what the fuck Aiden does. And of course, Your Rage posted that video talking about how he kind of blew him off, trying to trying to have his friend go build him a PC and this, that, and the third, and Aiden wasn't
Bro,
responding.
I don't give a fuck, my nigga. Like that nigga for sure was trying to create a crazy narrative about Aiden. I know a lot of niggas, or not even a lot of niggas, like one or two niggas was like, nah, he still fucks with a nigga. Boy, you gotta understand that he's just his friends. He was just calling him out on bullshit. Like, bro, you see all this bad stuff circulating Ada's name. Because this is peak. He was showing the porn to the children. He was showing, or basically saying crazy shit. He was doing the fucking GTA shit where he was acting like a cop shooting a black guy. And
That was
then
crazy
Rage
shit.
chose now of all times to be like, yeah, this nigga's character kind of in question. Like, I understand they cool or whatever, but I know for a fact that would have created a bad narrative. And if Rage didn't want that to happen, then he wouldn't have done that shit. Because that was one of the things Adin had to apologize for, was that situation. So like, don't come to me with like the, Rage was just kind of calling him out. You still fuck with them. Like, I don't even think Rage fucks with them anymore. On some real shit, he won't ever say it. But I really think that most of these niggas, like, you think Adin's going to attach himself to, or not Adin, but you think Kai's going to attach himself to Adin right now?
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Like
Absolutely fucking not.
I saw those tweets too when you posted that, and people like, oh, like, Rage is saying this. Rage is like, first of all, we talked about it before in a previous podcast. You do not know these people. Like, I know you think you do, but you do not know these people. Rage coming out and saying that, like, yeah, of course, you might be right. You could just be like, he was just trying to just voice his, like, he was upset. He wanted to voice it, right? That's cool. But the thing is, we don't know that for sure. Like, we don't know Rage's mindset. We don't know that man. We're not his friend. We're not his family. He could, like, it's up for it's up for interpretation at the end of the day. Like, we don't know what the fuck going on type shit. All we do know is that Adin is going through a crazy, terrible arc right now. This man is turning to some weak ass version of the Joker, and it seems like from like any angle, whether it be his friends like Rage and TK, people just don't seem like they're fucking with them on any level, and that's what we know. Like, right, that's all it really is.
Nobody's gonna attach them to that name right now. It's like one of those things where, like, if they fuck with them, it's only gonna be in the background type shit. That's like, you don't think anybody's going to attach themselves to Long Beach Griffey right now.
Yeah, that's what they did to Griffey. They're just now attaching him now because now Griffey's like everywhere now again. Like, I saw him at the Dante's his birthday shower, not birthday, but his baby shower. I know I've seen him around RDC again. Like, there's like now that everything has kind of died down, they started to hang out with Griffey again. Everybody else, no. Like, I know a Heavenly Controller, like, since he actually was the one doing the act, that nigga's still like not here.
He averaging numbers. That nigga was streaming to 40 people the other day on Twitch.
What the? Bro, it's kind of crazy how Long Beach Griffey was like. I remember back in like maybe like 5 years, like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Like Griffey was like super popular, whatever. Like, I guess like at his peak popularity, like saying the craziest shit, like doing the craziest skits and stuff like that. You would think someone like that would be like, there's a clear evidence of all the shit he said, and like you think someone like that would be cancelable, but nah, hell nah. He's still even the creators are still fucking with him and everything. So
I mean cancel culture is done. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, like, Adin did say one thing right in saying that if you don't care about cancel culture, it won't affect you at all.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, it's been like that for a minute though. Like, even it's just that, like, I guess, like, since everyone was kind of trapped inside with the vid and everything like that, like, I guess, like, if you felt it more, like, I even, like, all the way back to Daniel Caesar, like, he told them to cancel him. He was like, yeah, cancel me then. I don't care. Cancel me. And then, like, and they quote unquote canceled him, but like his every album after that, for that initial one, like his goated ass one, did more sales, and they were like, to me, they weren't even as good. Like, they were good albums, but like that initial one was really, really good. Like all those fucking classics on there. But every album after that shit was doing way better in sales, like way better in sales, and he was getting way more features in the industry. Like, the man was being pushed way more, and it kind of worked out in his favor. Because, like, since he was quote-unquote canceled, he's never in the spotlight. I don't see that nigga anywhere. So now all you got to do is just sit in the back, put music out, and people still love him. And then people be fighting his battles for him. Because they be in the comments like, didn't we cancel him? And then people are like, who's we? We love his music. They be supporting that nigga. So, like, cancel culture been not existing. It's just like, yeah, I guess it's like, I guess how that corny ass nigga Adin said. Like, if you really like embrace that shit, I guess it doesn't matter. Because even Griffey, like, his views always stayed the same on YouTube. Like, I stopped being recommended his videos, but his views, he was still getting sponsors, and he was still getting a lot of views on his videos. I stopped watching him personally, but not even just because of what he was doing, but like just because, like, I was like, I don't even find this nigga funny like that for real. But like, he's like, every time I did see like one of his tweets or one of his clips or some shit like that, he was still doing the same exact numbers, if not more. So, if
I'm keeping it in the bug, this whole deplatforming thing for Adin is probably gonna drive this man insane. Like, I know a lot of niggas' first reaction is, man, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day. But literally a day after him getting deplatformed on Twitch, he's tweeting crazy shit all fucking ready. And he's already come out to say, like, I think everybody knows that Kick's subscription method is like ass compared to Twitch's. because like you can't gift subs. Like there is no like money to be made over there right now. Basically, like the only money that he has is getting from Kick itself because they're
I
paying him.
thought I thought they were I thought they made it to where like the sub balance was like more in the favor of the creator. Like they get like way more percentage like off rip.
But there
It's like
is no sub balance over there yet. Like that is the plan, yes, but you can't like gift subs or anything over there.
Mm.
So everything that you gotta make is off like bits and stuff right now. Like of course I don't have a Kick, so I gotta look more into it. But like from what I saw when like LTG was tweeting and shit about it, he said that they don't even got like there is no constant money to be made over there right now. It's only that's why you'll see him on Twitch for the first like hour, and then he'll be like, all right, now let's go to Kick, because that's still his main income. If you knew that you were gonna be making somewhere like way more money somewhere else, you wouldn't stay at the other place. You feel me?
That's true.
You
That's
know
very
that
true.
I have to stay over here, kind of dip into both sides, and then whenever I get the chance to, whenever like everything is fixed over here, then I'll go full time to Kick. Because why would you even go to Twitch? He knows that his viewers aren't gonna be fucking with Kick. Because he even said himself like he goes to Twitch to basically get most of his subs and to like bring his fan base over to Kick, like the niggas that don't know that he's at Kick yet. So like now that he's permanently only on Kick. Now he has to resort to cloud goblining and tweeting crazy shit, and probably gonna tweet "All Lives Matter" next or some bullshit. Like he needs all the attention he
But
can get right now.
now the thing is, bro. Like I feel like I know Adin went to Kick. I think I think I said that as well. You guys know Karina Koff? She used to be like in David Dobrik's like or
Yeah,
whatever, but she
yeah,
does OnlyFans now.
yeah. She
And
did it too.
she did like a deal with K2. 'Cause she used to stream on Twitch, and then she went to Facebook Gaming, and then now I guess she went to Kick, like for real, for real. So it's only like a very select few big creators. But the thing is, yeah, I think what you were saying, and also what I saw on Twitter, it's just like you can't a streaming platform can't be successful even if you have the top streamers there. The thing that makes Twitch, for example, is like the smallest streamers, the people that grow, the people that are growing on the platform that become this like, you know, titan of streamer, titan of an entertainer. You can't just have the top people there because, it could only be good for a while. I'm sure there are smaller streamers on there, people who, are trying to do their thing. I mean, but like the focus has just been. Every time I hear Kick, I just hear, oh, it's about Adin Ross or another big streamer just joined Kick or whatever like that. But it's not focused on the little guy basically. So
Yeah,
I think that's another reason why it's gonna fail. Like Mixer failed.
I mean you gotta think like I don't give a fuck who's backing this shit. Steak, bake, leg. Like, I don't give a fuck, my nigga. Microsoft tried to back a streaming service and that shit failed immediately. And Microsoft is probably one of the top like billionaire companies in the fucking world. Probably more than Amazon, honestly. Like you gotta understand, like, no matter what's backing it, it's like how many niggas are willing to leave Nike to go to somebody down the street that's selling the shoe. Even if you got a better product than Nike, niggas ain't leaving Nike because it's Nike. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
like
I
you gotta really be a competitive site for this shit. And I feel like Kick should have waited a little bit longer.
There's no like time and time again. There's just no fast track to success, especially for things like this. Like Mixer's problem was kind of the same thing. They made the site. I feel like the site probably was a lot better, like UI and like subs and like interface and stuff like that than Cake for sure, because they actually cared to make the site look well and look
Yeah.
different and stuff like that. But they kind of still rushed it the same way. Just would start throwing money at people and just assume that okay, so we get all these we get like 2 or 3 big creators, we should be fine. Mixer is like the same thing where it's like they don't even have the good display. They don't even have like the actual effort and work put into it. It feels like they just copy and pasted Twitch, their basic UI, basic display. Then and because to be fair, Trainwreck, the guy who's like pioneering this whole thing, he only made this whole thing so he could bet in peace. Like his whole thing is whatever is like betting, gambling, and they banned it over there on Twitch. So he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna make my own website so I can just gamble and do all this shit over here by myself and have Stake even sponsor those shit. So I'm basically just like, I can just write shit off on my taxes, damn near. I'm just gambling for free at this point and be able to fulfill my addiction. And everybody else that's coming over to Kick is just like taking advantage of this shit because, like you said, it's like it's a wild, wild west. There's no laws, this, that, and the third. So Kick has no UI, no display. The sub counts as trash. The person pioneering it only cares about himself. Damn near. He only made this shit. This idea only came into his mind when once he was like, I can't stream what I want to stream anymore. So let me just go and make this whole other world for myself so I could just be happy. So this basically is just him. Like for him, it's gonna work, but for everybody else, hell nah. I don't see why anyone else would even remotely come to Kick. Unless it's people who are just like who just like stragglers like Adin and stuff like that. And of course people like Karina Kov, like how we like Paula mentioned before.
Bad
Twitch
as hell.
she is bad as hell.
All right.
I can't lie. Nah, you're
man,
right though.
it
Like,
is.
but she like Kick is just, it's just OF. It's OF live streaming. So all the people that were on Twitch like doing all this crazy shit, like they were streaming their upper half, but then their lower half would be on their OF. They're gonna just be doing the same shit over there on
Wait,
Kick.
what?
And
Wait. What do you mean?
people, we talked about that before. People be doing that. They stream their upper half, and they'd be like, y'all want to see what's going down below? Go to my OF.
There's
Yeah,
been in
the
the
fuck does
Amaranth
that
stream.
mean?
There's been in the Amaranth stream.
We talked about this before. What do you mean? Not Taco.
This is the
Apollo.
first time.
No, bro.
I
Apollo
don't
said
remember that
before.
conversation. That's crazy.
I promise you, people be doing like it's around that time when that one girl had sex on stream on Twitch, and then
What?
I do not remember that. They'll stream their top half to Twitch and then be like, if you want to stream the lower half, go to my OF. And they'll have the camera set up down there, like fingering themselves or some
I
shit.
have not seen that.
Oh, not man. They probably just like writing something or something, I suppose, because their
Nah, I'm
hands
not
are.
gonna hold
How do you not get banned for that? What?
Bro,
I'm not gonna hold you. I've seen like for research purposes only. When I was working, I was watching Amaranth stream, bro, and like
While you were working?
I think,
It's sick.
anyways, it's for research purposes. So I think she had I think she was doing. I think she was eating or something like that, or I forget what she was doing. I don't say. I was paying attention to something else, but so she had like a counter for like 50 subs, and I'll put a mirror behind me because she was wearing like a bikini. Like I'll put a mirror behind me, and so she got the 50 subs. She put the mirror behind her. Literally, the fucking bikini inside her ass crack, bro. Like it's like, I mean, she's doing her thing. I'm not saying that's like bad, but like it's kind of like wow, like this shit is allowed on Twitch. I
just want everyone to know, bro, that like not too much on Amaranth, because I'm gonna let her. What?
You said not too much on her.
Yeah, I said not too much. I'm like, I'm all about people getting to their bag, and like at the end of the day, she's getting to her bag. But when she said that she makes $3 million a month, when she makes $3 million a month or whatever the fuck she was talking about from OF, and then Twitch, she's making. Oh my.
Yeah, I understand the bag chasing, but it's like
oh my god,
the niggas that like Terry Crews getting rich off doing coonery shit. Like you're creating a bad stigma for the rest of your either race or sex. Because now that Amaranth is doing shit like this, is gonna create a stigma like, oh, I have to do stuff like this in order to get money as a girl streamer. Because even girls streaming, like I've witnessed like some girls streams where they literally ain't doing none of that shit, and niggas still in the chat, get naked, get naked, get naked. Like it creates a stigma and it makes it a million times harder for the people in the rat race behind you. I respect the bag. But if you lead in the race, I'm gonna need you to make it easier for the niggas behind you, not harder. She's setting down traps and shit.
That shit. You mean like seeing Crystal from Some Bros? Like I know, like a lot of people be trying to like be on some weird shit. Like her community is a lot better, of course, because she be hanging out with Some Bros. So like the community is a lot stronger, not this weird. But I know like when she was not first coming up, but like when she was first like really started the game with them. Like they're like even like I really even when they're like they were shipping her with Rico, like even shit like that, like oh she must be only be here because she's dating Rico because they always play together and stuff like that. Like, that shit is mad corny and just it's so demeaning. It's like
I forgot Rico kind of got her into the group.
Yeah, like they were like the first ones that really started playing like that, like be friends, and that was like the whole thing was like they were always shipped together, until like they both made videos like, no, we're just friends. We can just be just friends. We just game together. It's all it is at the end of the day. It was so hard for people to grasp that a girl being a part of the group or a girl playing video games is not just necessarily mean that she got to just throw ass and just be I guess just be in that type of lane.
Who
So
got JoJo into the group?
JoJo Dante.
So Dante like was playing games with him and stuff.
Yeah, like I guess like someone that knew Dante told JoJo like, oh, like we're about to hop into some Among Us. You trying to jump in? And he was like, yeah, sure.
I bet he went into
And
the
then
fucking zone that stream, getting off crazy jokes.
yeah, and then I think after that, like Dante's like, I fuck with this nigga's vibe, and then they just started playing. They started just gaming outside of that, like just not even on stream, but just like just kicking it. And then here we are.
Hell yeah, I respect that. I don't respect the niggas that be bringing up JoJo's brother every tweet that he makes though. That shit kind of crazy.
That shit corny. I saw that shit too.
I think
I'm glad
JoJo
he,
said something about Adin Ross where he was like, "Fuck Adin Ross" or some shit.
bro.
And then some
Aiden's
guy
fans are
responded like,
so
"Where's your brother at?" or some shit. That shit just unnecessary.
Aiden's fans are so crazy, bro. And that's the thing, like you were saying, like with the whole Amaranth, like what she's setting up, like that's what he's doing now. Like he's just taking Tate and like taking the whole community and just like giving it away to thrive. And they're all like, and because like I swear to you, like a month ago, like all the people like that are under his tweets right now, like, oh yeah, I fuck with you, Aiden. Like yeah, there only are two genders. They didn't exist. Like it happened so fast. Like a month ago, he was not acting like this, and then boom, Kid comes out. Then he starts getting banned on Twitch. So he starts, he's like, I'm being targeted, and he starts trying to
Oh
victimize
my
himself, even though
god.
he's just doing crazy shit over there on Twitch. So they're probably banning him for a rightful reason. And even if it's not a rightful reason, this is the route you want to take. This is insane. And then your fans are just going around this all fucking 13, 14, 15 year olds so impressionable, going around terrorizing other people just for. That's why for real, no one can even attach your name to. That's why people like Rage is probably like, I'm not to like, oh, like Rage is scared or nothing like that, but like, he probably just don't want that attention. So he like, even when he
Who
probably called you out.
would? That's
He
just
probably called.
crazy.
Yeah, I feel that. Like he called him out. He wanted to make sure like he called him. He probably really was upset about that whole situation, but he still made sure like, yo, that's my man. Like even to today, I think when Aiden got banned, they just freed Bruce. Like Bruce is back on Twitch after like a month of him being banned.
That's
Um,
props.
yeah, props to Bruce. And people were like, they good. Like that's a great trade. Fuck Aiden. And Rachel was like replying to some people being like, nah, but like no, both of them are my homies. I fuck with both of them type shit. It's
But
just
it's
crazy
like
to see.
it's the thing where like I would never ever go on stream and be like, yeah, I mean, Jazz is supposed to show up for our little podcast we do, and that nigga just dipped on us. I mean, he's still a homie, but and like try to create a bad character for you, because then niggas start looking at you different. Like,
That's true.
if you have a platform and you really fuck with somebody, I wouldn't go on there talking like, I mean, of course I talk shit joking around with niggas inside chat, but I would never make it seem like some personal shit. Like, yeah, Jazz is like 20 minutes late, man. He's just always late for shit that we trying to fucking do. Like, that's crazy. And then be like, oh yeah, but he's still my homie though. Like, I'm obviously trying to create a bad narrative of your name. Like, even though I still say like, that's like niggas that say no offense and then say some crazy offensive shit.
Yeah, no offense,
Yeah.
but you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I understand niggas like, oh, Ray's he's still homies with a nigga. And of course, he's still got to save face and be like, nah, but that's still my homie. Then why did you say that? Like, that could have been a story that I would have been completely fine not knowing for the rest of my life. Like, that wasn't like some grand EO story that you needed to tell in that moment. You saw the
Bro.
clicks surrounding Aiden's name, and then you were like, let me go ahead and throw more dirt onto his name. But he's still my homie, though. Like, what?
Dog, I'm so glad. I'm like, I don't even like. I mean, talking about, I guess, content creators and shit. I don't even be watching people like that. Honestly, the only like on, for example, Twitch, the only person I guess I would watch, like if I'm not like in obviously your guys' streams or someone from the community, it's probably just like this one guy, this one like Apex streamer. I literally only watched one person, like it was like I guess like a big creator or whatever. Like, and he's just like he doesn't even talk to like way too much to chat. It's more of just like
Like
playing the
gameplay, like
game,
tips and
He's
helping. Yeah,
chilling.
ga- gameplay, like funny TTS. That's literally the stream. And like he doesn't even give his personal opinions to anything. Like he just talks about the game, like in the chat, like
I fuck with
who's in the
niggas like that.
chat.
Yeah. I mean, like, the
Like
thing
it's
is, when you
so
streaming, you're supposed to be taking niggas out of life experience. So why leave your life and then go and just hear more about life? That's why I understand like the politics streamers. Cause I ain't trying to hear that shit all day and then go on your stream and then hear that shit
Nah,
again.
I had someone. I had like a friend of mine. I think asked me one time like if I watched Hassan, and I'm like,
Oh
I
god.
don't like Hassan. I really do not like Hassan's well,
Oh
that's just like a
shit.
personal thing. It's just I don't know. The I see Hassan of a certain way, but not to say the stuff he says is is bad because I do agree with most of the shit he says, like his viewpoints and stuff. It's just I just don't like how he talks. I just don't like him as a person. Not as a person, but like I guess the way he like presents himself. But like
Damn.
Nah, but to be,
but like
I get what you're saying because that's how I see the left. Like it's the entire left and that that whole politic thing. Like what y'all were saying is like cool. Like oh yeah, this like your whole stances are cool, but y'all are still weird. I don't know. I fucking
yeah, I mean that's mainly how I see it. That's mainly how I see it. The thing is like um I don't know, for him specifically, it's more of the kind of self righteousness. Like I know some people may disagree, but it's just like you can just kind of tell, and especially being someone like myself who has been in that space of like politics and like I've studied that shit for 5 years in college. Being around people who are like that, being around people, seeing the way people talk about certain topics, political topics, and the approach to it. I've seen so many different viewpoints and angles of which people talk about the topics we're in, like from the Middle East to whatever the case may be, throughout all my 5 years of college, and seeing, keeping that in mind, seeing like the people. I remember freshman year, I had this like super racist, like white girl, like a MAGA person, like actually like fucking ass bitch in my first like political class of my freshman year, like the way these people approach the topics, like the times I have negative memories of those, kind of matches up with how Hassan kind of approaches the topics because like I said, I do agree with like maybe probably 85 to 90% of what Hassan says. Like the shit he says, the shit he reports on is real shit that I think it's good that people get to know about it. But the thing is, people already in the political space, people who already have an idea of how, these conversations work, people who already, are aware of this type of stuff. Like I said, people went to college for it, people who studied it, people who are that's just their thing. They just know that, like, hearing somebody like Hassan and the way he does things is kind of like, ugh, I don't know. It's not necessarily bad. It's just like I don't I find it kind of annoying sometimes the way he approaches shit and like his whole. Well, I think that both the left and the right have this problem. It's just like if you're wrong, you're just like super wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why you're a fucking dumbass for thinking for the reason you're wrong. It's just like I don't know, man. It's just I don't know if it's me. It probably is just me. Just like I guess seeing things a certain way and not having it like and not having one answer being the end all say all and shit like that. But yeah, that's just my take on that because I don't know. It's just like I said, someone like me, I guess over YouTube because I like just studied that shit for like those years and stuff like that. More than the average person should fucking study and know about politics, but that's just how I see it sometimes. So even the streamers who are big like that, big like Hassan, big like Adin, like even like no matter what side of the fucking political spectrum you're on, you can still manage to be like not the best, I guess.
dickhead.
Yeah, I
I,
Something
get
like
I,
that.
that.
I do want to say real quick because this is happening live as we're going right now. So there's this guy on Twitter. He's been blowing up. Like his name is Jake Lucky. He's like a fucking commentator into like the whole gaming space and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he tweeted out, "Bro, what the fuck is going on?" Aiden went under his tweet and said, "It's all unfolding. You know how many genders there are, and you know men can't get pregnant. You only post bad things about certain people, but when people are you're too afraid to come after mess up, you don't post them. You're a fake woke far left. Post all controversy, not just people you don't like." And then right below that, someone posted something that I don't know how you pronounce it, like the Dexerto, like
Yeah,
DEX, like
nobody know how to
they're a big
post that
ass
shit.
like
I know what you
thing
mean
on
though.
Twitter too. They be like
Yeah.
posting a bunch of news.
Yeah.
They since deleted this, but when it was up, it was Aiden Ross's half brother. Thing is, I won't take this too seriously because I know when people get into controversy like this, people start just jumping out the woodwork, just all trying to just be clout demons, trying to yeah. But it says it shows like his half brother being like, I don't know who the fuck this nigga is anymore. He's acting crazy, he's spiraling. Like after he got banned on Twitch, he started like a whole different person. He's just acting like Andrew Tate now.
See, I
And that's coming
told
from
you,
his half
bro.
brother. But they since deleted that shit, so maybe it's false, maybe it's wrong. But Aiden is literally spiraling as we speak. This shit's insane.
And then under the same tweet by Jake Lucky, someone posted a screenshot of a Jake Lucky tweet, basically of him saying the N word, and I guess he's white. And then someone was like called out because on the tweet screenshot it says April 2014, but the account was made in May 2014. So someone's like, and they were like, source was Aiden at Aiden reports, like, and that's like the Aiden fan page or whatever. It's
Uh,
just like they're spreading false information just for the sake of fucking being fucking Aiden sick.
oh yeah. He was like, I need more money. Like when I saw that tweet, I'm like, bro, how do you need more money?
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
must
yeah.
like you need to have like millions saved up genuinely. You've been popping for like 2-3 years now. Like there's no way you don't have enough money. Like he's I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was saying like he was broke or some shit. He was like going crazy in that clip. But now, I mean, he's obviously. I mean, I've never really. There's some Twitter accounts where I literally don't follow, but they always be on my timeline. All the
Yeah.
plug accounts, Jake Lucky. Like, I don't follow any of these niggas, and they all just somehow be on my shit. I have no fucking idea how. So I always see what Jake Lucky tweets. And I mean, I feel like he talks about everybody equally. He talks about. I mean, I can say that he does definitely talk about like the more, the black streamers more than anybody else. But I've seen him tweet about white niggas, so I don't know.
I mean, I feel like because Aiden's only mad at him because like he just like. But the thing is, everyone else did the same thing too. Like any other like I guess quote unquote news page I saw was tweeting about how this man was showing corn to literal children,
Yeah.
and so I don't know why it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, fuck you, Jake. Like, you're too unbiased. Like, bro,
How?
what you did is
What?
wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
don't try to
Like,
skip over that shit.
whenever he came back to Twitch trying to explain, like, man, I shouldn't be canceled, but I really didn't do anything, bro. Like, I really didn't do nothing, bro. Like, nigga, yes, you did. You show porn to nothing but 15-year-olds. And if you go and look at the clip, maybe it was niggas trolling. I really don't know. But he was like, hey, how old are you guys? Like, there was like a spam of like
What?
13 and 12. Like, what
Oh,
the
nah. The
fuck?
thing is, that's so. Even if Kick doesn't have, I mean, I know he got like a 24-hour ban for that shit. That's so stupid, man. Like, how are you gonna How are you gonna accept a big contract like that from Kick to release a big I'm going to Kick like fucking ass video and the first stream you do is fucking stream porn to kids?
Dog.
Like, what is your problem, dog? Like, not only is that, like, honestly, that should be a federal offense, bro. Like, that's like
It really should.
basically endangering the welfare of a child right there. You could be charged for that. He got to be charged for that. I ain't gonna
That's
lie to you.
literally like
It's a
That's literally
crime.
like a basketball player getting traded to a team and then them getting suspended for like 2 weeks. Like, nigga, what was the point of you even coming over here, bro? If you want to be on some bullshit.
We still haven't got
Immediately.
over the fact that nigga was streaming the Super Bowl. Like, the nigga is still about to get sued the fuck out of by the NFL.
I'm
Like,
about
that's
to
why
go at the NFL 35,000 times so they see that shit.
Kick is not gonna succeed because like stuff like the thing is like stuff like that happening on their website makes it to where like even if Stake is backing it, that's cool and all, but they're not gonna get no sponsors. That's the thing about Twitch. Twitch has ample like going through Twitch or going through YouTube or going through even to TikTok or IG has its perks because they have like certain things that they can like hook you up with and collaborate with. Like let's say Twitch like Amazon is like, oh, we have a collaboration with so and so company. So like if you're a big streamer during this time of the month, y'all can get this and this. Like
Yeah.
there is gonna be none of that shit on Kick. Like even like Streamlabs that's like kind of tied to Twitch. Like I be getting emails about like from Hello Fresh and like things like that from time to time of
Yeah.
like trying to help smaller streamers get like sponsorships. Like Kick is not getting none of that shit. They're gonna see, oh, so what is your track record? Y'all stream the Super Bowl. You got people showing porn to kids. You got a nigga getting his dick sucked on that shit, and he got banned for 24 hours. And then the pioneer of the site's talking about some. Yeah, we're not like Twitch. We have no rules over here. It's okay, it's okay by me. Like, bro, this shit. Yeah, GG's, bro. That shit gonna last like that shit not gonna. It's probably gonna stay just like it is forever. Like it might never not go down because, like I said before, Trainwreck, the pioneer, like he wants to keep this site so he can gamble. Gambling, if you go and kick, like, I think gambling's like number one over just chatting on that site. People just go in there and gamble, and even if they don't gamble, they just still be under gambling, like under the gambling tag. There is no rules. Y'all know on Twitch that if they see you just chatting in fucking Minecraft, they're gonna ban your shit. There is no rules over there on Kick, so they can do whatever. So people are just and I don't know. I fully hard believe like no one on there is a real person. Like I feel like there's of course real people on there, but I feel like majority of them are bots. I saw so many clips of people be like, I just first joined Kick, I was streaming, and I had like 250,000 viewers. No, you did not, nigga.
And 5 people chatting in there, like, nigga, no, you don't, bro.
Niggas are spamming shit like, oh yeah, LMAO. Like, bro, what's funny? Nothing's happening. Anything. Yeah, like, yeah, bro. Yeah, if you, bro, do yourself a favor, just stay on your respective platform. Wait for us to come through, and then try to switch. Don't switch to Kick. Please don't switch to Kick.
Niggas just like call me straight edge, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Like, rules matter, dog. Like, that keeps a lot of shit from spiraling out of fucking control. Because if you just like create literally a place with no rules whatsoever where a nigga can get his dick sucked and get banned for 13 hours, like, nigga, what the fuck type of shit is that? And he was showing that shit too.
Yes, bro. He came in everything. Because first of all, the thing is, people were spreading the clip like crazy. I think it was under that Jake Lucky shit. Like, he was like, yeah, streaming got banned. And people like, you want to see the clip? You want to see the clip? You want to see the clip? Like, that shit, like, and I know it's straight up kids, like, just circulating that shit.
Yeah.
Like, kids, like, the thing is, we're not even, like, that might be, like, a whole different conversation. But, like, we're not even seeing the effects of, like, what this shit's doing to kids. So, like, probably, like, a decade from now, when kids are growing up and just, like, I don't know, like, not being able to, like, love properly, not being able to, like, have proper sexual education. Like, they're just going to be running around.
Aiden just got a Kanye interview.
You're lying.
What?
No, I'm not.
No, bro.
Adin Ross will be doing an exclusive interview with Kanye West on Kick.
No, bro.
What?
Where, bro?
I'm not lying, dog.
And the tweet.
I'll send it right now. It's on the fucking little plug page or whatever. And niggas making memes about it. And Aiden's trending #1 on Twitter.
Let me see. He is trending #1 on Twitter right now.
It says Adin Ross after saying the N-word, saying only 2 genders exist, and finally getting Kanye West on the stream when they showed the Homelander meme. I mean, like, all right.
It'll be streamed on Kick.
This shit is not real, bro.
He was gonna get the Kanye tweet. He was gonna get the Kanye interview on Twitch.
And the thing is, like, what's his face? Kanye probably called it off because like he was in a really bad spot right then and there. And the thing is, that's when Adin Ross still was in the black community. So like someone may like hit him up, was like, bro, please do not, like, I know you love clout, but if you do put Kanye on your shit, you're gonna be fucked. But now, no one's fucking with them no more. No one's talking to that nigga. Everyone probably got him blocked. And he don't have Twitch to fall back on anymore, so he has nothing to lose. He's in the Kanye zone right now, in the Andrew Tate zone.
And Kanye just re-signed with Adidas for half.
That's what I'm saying. So he got his money back. Like if y'all all saw, Ye was not no media. One time we saw the niggas like one time it was kind of justified when they're trying to put a camera in his face, he threw the fucking camera at that person's face. That was justified in my opinion because he's not a fucking zoo animal. But beyond that, Ye he wasn't even talking for real. But now all of a sudden, like, now we're seeing him a lot more because he got his money back. They put this nigga $500 million. He finna come on this fucking Adin Ross stream and go crazy. But like the whole place locked the fuck up. They'll be on there just saying anti-Semitic shit. Yeah, they are 2 genders. You better be going crazy. You have Adin Ross about Kanye, yeah. I mean, you gonna have Kanye rap over a beat.
Kanye can literally be like, nigga, Adidas, what are you gonna do, bro? Like, y'all saw what the fuck happened without me. And y'all saw what's about to happen with me. Like, you literally can't get rid of me. But Kanye is a viable piece to Adidas. Aiden's not a viable piece to anybody. Like, there's nothing that is keeping him on any site.
It's
I
true
mean, what?
though.
Okay, so after Adin is banned off Twitch, is Twitch gonna lose all their money? No,
Hell no.
they're not
Nigga,
gonna
not
lose a fucking dime. They
XQC.
might gain more because of
Twitch don't give a
Kai.
damn. Twitch be fucking. Twitch don't give a fuck who you are. They said Ludwig, you want to leave Ludwig? That's fine. They told XQC countless times. XQC, if you do leave, okay, and what? Them niggas don't care. They're Amazon. Like they're like that. They're just milking this shit until Twitch can't go. Like, well, let's say one day somehow Twitch fails. They're like, all right, cool. Next project. What's the metaverse? Like the metaverse is coming out too. That's weird. That's a whole nother podcast. That shit really coming out for real. People are already in that bitch having concerts and shit. Oh my, oh, we're doomed.
Absolutely, and niggas got powers and telekinesis and shit. Oh my god, man!
Nah,
How is that
video
nigga
was
doing that?
crazy.
That nigga. At first, I was like, "Nah, it's a string," because he was only pushing in one direction. But then there was one clip of him like moving that shit
Flipping that
every
shit up
fucking which
and
way, and I was like,
flipping it.
"Nigga,
Yeah,
they about to
yeah.
kill your ass."
Yeah, the thing is, like at this point, bro, like to me, like I don't take nothing. I was like before, like 10 years ago, like 5 years ago, yeah, it's fake. Yeah, it's just a magic trick. He probably just like reversing the video or something. But nowadays,
Yeah.
bro, that he's an X-Men. That nigga an X-Men.
He's
for
been
real.
doing
You
this
tell
since
this nigga.
2019, though.
Yeah,
and
he an
nobody's
X-Men.
found one fake, like
He an
one fake
X-Men.
evidence yet.
He's an X-Men. Because usually they'll post like some debunking video. Like even like that
Yeah.
nigga Charlie, Moist Critical, will be like make this like he would put some crazy ass title to talk about it. Like no one's talking about it. That nigga's an actual magician. The nigga's an
Yeah,
X-Men.
like even
It's
even the
over.
niggas that was building the houses in, I think it was India, they got debunked immediately.
Oh really? Like the people that be like, oh, we built a house in 24 hours or some shit.
No, it was like two. I don't really know. I
Oh,
don't
those
know what
live
country
stream
they're
people,
from.
like they would like build a house on live stream or some shit and just like live stream that shit.
They would like build a swimming pool in India, and it looked like
Oh.
amazing.
I know what you're
But-
talking. I know what you're talking about.
the niggas debunked them. There was like, nah, it's not only two niggas. You can see a cameraman right there, and there was like a whole like expose on those niggas. Now they they got
What the
canceled.
fuck? What? the fuck? Nah, that's
I
not
mean-
like if he's getting powers, bro. This I gotta get my shit next. That's all I know. I get my
I
shit
wouldn't
next.
tell nobody though. I wouldn't go to TikTok.
Thing is, like he know, like it might be one of those things about like what's it called, like hiding shit in plain sight type shit. Like if I just show it to people, like people are not gonna just this nigga fake as shit. They're like, well, fuck this nigga. So, you
You
know
know
what
what
I'm
a
saying?
telekinesis guy?
Yeah.
Bro, nah, rest in peace. I ain't gonna lie.
That nigga's
GG's
dead.
for that nigga.
He has no
GG's for that.
chance.
GG's for that nigga. Shut that nigga door.
Absolutely. I mean, like I understand like the hiding in plain sight until 35 niggas in black suits come to your shit. And that nigga only moving like paper cups, so your telekinesis ain't gonna be doing shit. That nigga can't stop bullets and nothing yet. He not at Chronicle level. Or 11.
GG's. 11 is crazy. GG's to that nigga for real. Prayers in advance. Nigga finna go
I ain't
missing.
no fucking pro. What if he using like demonic spirits and shit?
Probably,
What if he got the
I
nigga off Death Note moving that shit? We just can't see it.
Bro, what is going on with this year? Like this bingo card for 2023 has like it's already maxed out. Like there's so much shit going on. It's
Yeah.
actually insane.
Oh, and the Jake Paul fight's going on right now.
Oh shit.
Tommy Fury.
I don't give a fuck about that. If I want to see that nigga fight KSI, that's when I'll care. That nigga's been beefing for like a decade now. I gotta see the KSI versus. Like, I don't care about no other fights.
This
I gotta
fight's
see
important
KSI.
though. It's important because Tommy Fury is the brother of the greatest fighter in the world right now.
Man,
So everybody kind of wants to see if Jake can knock this nigga out because Tommy Fury, like they can't use he's not a boxer because he is a boxer and he's like highly acclimated and comes from the best boxing family in history. So that's why this one's kind of important. I'm not gonna watch it. I just want to see the knockout, but
yeah, I'm sorry. The clip will be on Twitter.
the craziest part is Adin is trending over that fight.
Oh man, that's I don't know anymore, man. That shit crazy.
I don't know. And Ryan Gosling got a magic staff or some shit. I hate this bullshit ass world. Where did you find that?
Oh my god.
It just makes no sense. Where are niggas getting these magical doohickeys at and powers and shit? Where the fuck is this coming from?
We're fried. We are for sure fried.
Nigga, Leo DiCaprio dating 13-year-olds. I'm done, bro. End this fucking podcast. Shit makes no sense.
Oh my god.
This world never makes any sense. Niggas just
Shit
getting away with this shit. Why is Ryan Gosling smiling in this picture, bro?
It's pissing me off. I be trying not to have hate for nobody, but it's just making no fuck ass sense how niggas just be prospering, living lavish.
Ryan Gosling is reportedly in possession of an ancient staff that holds unimaginable power. What does that mean?
And no one's talking about it. No one's like scared.
Niggas put
nothing.
memes in the comments.
And then he could really walk outside and just like put it into his air and like kill all of us. And everyone's just chilling, cooling.
Nigga from Elden Ring or some shit. Why is nobody ever talking about anything? We had aliens. They didn't say nothing.
All I care about is fucking Adin Ross and all these other NPC ass niggas. Like, bro, there's real shit going on. Like, even if it's not aliens, cool. What are they shooting down then? That's why them all across the country, the globe, everything. Like, why is no one saying nothing? That was, I guess it's aliens now.
We're at war. And nigga, nobody's talking about anything.
Just nigga, China was like, yeah, we're gonna have to reply with adequate force, and everyone says, yeah, World War IV. Like, no, man, no.
Yeah, China said, since y'all shut our shit down, we about to come destroy y'all. Nobody said anything. Why are they allowed to just do that? You were spying on us. What?
And then North Korea came out, and then that man was like, bro, and then that nigga's so insane. He was like, if y'all have the same name, I guess he has a first of all, he has a daughter now. I don't know where she spawned out of, but she's like 13. He has a daughter. God knows where she came from. But he was like, if you have the same name of my daughter in this country, you have to change your name. What?
That's fucking crazy.
He said, I don't care how long you've had that name for. You cannot have the same name as my daughter. Everyone said, yeah, that's fire.
I think he died though. I really think Kim Jong-un died. Like there was that whole thing where he died and then came back to life, and then, but like after he died, his sister went into office or whatever. Like his sister is the leader of North Korea right now, and then they said he came back to life, but nobody's seen the nigga since he died.
Nah, I saw that, but that's what I'm saying. I saw that like it was him and his daughter. Like I said before, I don't know where his daughter spawned out of, but it was him and his daughter. He looks way older now.
How did he come back to life?
God knows. Probably with that fucking ancient ass staff from Ryan Gosling, bitch ass.
Ryan brought him back.
When nigga resurrected that nigga. Nigga put that shit in the air and was like, started chanting and shit.
Oh my god. Why did they not even trend at all? What the fuck? Why did Ryan say that shit?
Leonardo DiCaprio dating kids was like way higher than that shit. Like it just trumped it immediately. And this nigga Leonardo talking about something, I don't want to date kids no more. Like nigga, what the
no more?
Why is he not in jail? That's what he said. He was like, I'm tired of dating 15-year-olds. What the fuck he said?
I think it was just like W, like nigga.
Yes,
what the arrest that nigga.
They're like, finally, he's dating people his age. Like, what the fuck is going on with Hollywood? I'm so glad like people like RDC is pioneering, because I'm about to follow their path. I can't go through this regular shit. It's just insane the way niggas be acting. If I get into a room with Ryan Gosling, he pulls out that fuck ass staff talking about something. You want to see something cool? I'm gonna be pissed as shit. Nigga, if it make me turn into a fucking, I don't know.
You can call me soft or whatever the fuck. I don't give a damn. But I hate seeing those fucking tweets. There's a tweet saying like, "Oh, Twitch has indefinitely banned 3 of our biggest black creators," and putting fucking Adin in there. I hate that shit. I don't give a fuck. Niggas just being idiots, bro.
I gotta see like what your take was on like off pod. Like you were so mad that one video you did like the spot the white guy and the black people.
I said shit on pod. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bum ass nigga. And
what
fuck Jubilee for dropping that shit.
But he grew up with black people. Like, like that's all he knows type shit.
Nigga not black. I don't care what the fuck. If I grew up around fucking giraffes, I'm not a giraffe. I don't care. And nigga, that whole video was actually pissing me the fuck off. That bullshit ass nigga.
Nigga really was in that bitch like, like gangbangers be going to jail and be shooting people that they be like, what was he talking? He was not speaking. He was just saying
bullshit. And every time they were like, the thing is like, when they were doing this stuff that he should have been able to relate to if he grew up around black people, he wasn't doing it. Like when they were singing like the Wayans Brother theme song, that nigga was just standing like fucking plank off Ed, and Eddie, not interacting at all.
But for context, y'all, there's a video like whatever Jubilee cut, whatever the fuck that YouTube is, and like they had like 5 black guys and 1 white guy, and they were like, and they had all of them are blindfolded. And they had to sit there and like ask questions and see who was the and see
They were trying to see who wasn't the black guy, basically.
That shit was so insane because like being a black person on that like on that thing and being voted out was probably like so probably just kills your like I know like it's a ha ha hee hee on the YouTube channel, but when they go home they're probably looking in the mirror like damn I'm really who I am.
That one the bigger nigga, he looked kind of hurt as he was walking away. And the other nigga was like sorry. Yeah, him. He looked hurt as fuck. He even sat in the chair and was like what could I have done different? I think what the fuck?
And his whole life he was been told that. I think he said like my whole life I've just been like I've always been too black for the white kids and too white for the black kids. Like that shit made me like that shit hit deep. That shit hit deep.
And like as soon as they unblindfolded, they looked at the nigga and was like, nah, he way blacker than you. Like what the fuck? Don't tell this white ass nigga that bullshit. Hell no.
They were dapping that nigga up as if he wasn't saying some like stereotypical gang bang shit like 3 minutes ago. They go talk about something. Yeah, we all be in the hood and shooting our own people.
They call me Who's our own people? I grew up in nigga. No, the fuck you didn't. Fuck you, nigga. I hate that dude. He's getting added onto the list of the fucking map pad and everything on some real shit. That nigga was saying the most stereotypical shit of all time, and then nobody recognized. And then they almost voted the nigga off for saying grape instead of purple. Get your ass out of here.
And then that nigga almost won too. If he didn't open his fat ass mouth, he would have won the thing too. And then he raised it. He talking about something. Yeah, I think the mole's still in here. Nigga sold himself. He really would have won.
Exactly. Why'd you? He said, I want to make it. I want to prove myself. What does that mean? What? He really said that. He said, nah, I got to prove myself.
Nah, the thing is, I know for that whole story's a lie. He probably lied just to get his face onto Jubilee types like that. It's probably just, like, he's a clout goblin. I can already tell. Like that shit is not real. There's no way he's really like I got adopted by a black mom and like nigga. Then why'd you not know any of the fucking like actual black things? You just knew all the gang banging and shit.
All you knew was the shit that media.
I see why you're mad now. Fuck that nigga. I see why you're mad. I wasn't like mad at you. I was like, well, I don't get why you're mad. Like he's just it's how he grew up. But like shit kind of corny.
He was saying like, stereotypical shit.
They were like, when they won Black Struggle, he was like, gang banging. Everyone else talking about like very like nuanced.
They were getting so like introspective. Like the first nigga, I forgot what he said, but he said some like crazy smart shit. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. This nigga said, yeah, gang banging. They're like, yeah, you right. Like what the no, nigga. Anybody in history can say that.
Was nothing anything like we're shooting the people and then seeing them in the hood, like seeing our own people, nigga. Who's our own people, nigga?
That's what I'm saying. Then everybody in the comments is like, Apollo, you kind of being racist this video. Nigga, me? How the fuck am I being racist, bro? Fuck that nigga.
That shit crazy. They started saying that wine shit. He was looking dumbfounded. Huh? Brothers.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like everybody, maybe the older black group knows that shit.
No, everyone knows that shit because like it's like a because that nigga Trippie Redd put it in one of his songs with Ski Mask.
Oh yeah,
like niggas were all singing that shit, rapping the lyric. Like we all know what that shit is.
They should have they shouldn't have sang the Fresh Prince shit. But Wayans Brothers was the perfect song because that shit's like everybody knows that shit.
Black. That's like even if like I don't know, that shit just that crazy. That nigga was just standing there. Even like the purple grape shit, like I can see like why someone like, oh yeah, we call it the color around here. I've heard that before, but like that's a crazy way to just like vote someone else off. All this nigga,
they got mad at the nigga.
And they knew it too, because like the smart niggas was like the nigga that was talking mad nuanced. He was like, you've been kind of like stereotypical this entire time. But then the other nigga was like, he talked just like my cousin. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck? Like bro, I don't give a fuck. Hell nah, because it'd be I grew up around like, because I went to like a mostly white school, so I know the white nigga that be trying to be inside the black group, trying to be like acting black, quote unquote, and they only do that shit when they're around them. Because them same niggas, when they go around the white niggas, be a totally different person. Because they know they can switch back and forth. Because even, I forgot what the fuck I got most mad at that video, but the white nigga, they asked him, they're like, do you have to act any different when you're around white people? Like, do they shame you? And he was like, Yeah, they do. Like, no, they don't, nigga. Not at fucking all.
No, like, did you get along with white people? Like, do you get more along with black people? It's like, nah.
I
Like,
get
no,
more
like
along
I've
with
always.
black
Like,
people
he didn't even
always.
answer the question. He was like, nah. Like, I've always fucked with black people. That wasn't a fucking
Yeah,
question.
exactly. I really got
My whole
mad at that
family
nigga.
black. I was like,
I was
okay,
raised
this.
black. Like, no, you weren't, fuck ass, at all, bro. That nigga, he really pissed me the fuck off. And he had like cornrows and shit. Fuck that nigga.
I just realized that shit too. That nigga was really rocking those fresh cornrows. They used fucking Franklin from GTA. That shit's insane to me for real. And they were dapping that nigga up for real. Like they should start beating his ass when they started blowing for low key. Started stomping that nigga at the end of the video shortly on some
And
crazy shit.
the dude that was next to him, whenever he was like, I kind of knew that he wasn't black, cause like whenever they are like, oh y'all wrong, he looked to his right at the nigga. And it shows in the video. So I think he kind of knew that he wasn't black. He was just saying stereotypical shit. But like, if I was in that situation, I would just go for the nigga that thinks that being black is that stuff. That's why I got the most mad. Cause like being black isn't gang culture. It isn't like whatever the fuck he was just saying. But like it's like it's a whole identity basically. Like
Yeah.
that's why I was saying I was glad one of the niggas was like, yeah, I grew up with my parents listening to like R&B and classical music, because being black isn't just fucking rap, it's everything.
Yeah.
And he was just
Yeah,
saying
that's
like,
true.
yeah, I mean, I only grew up listening to Tupac inside a gang. Like, nigga, what? That's not being black.
This is Adin Ross shit, all that corny ass Adin. That's all. That's why that shit all just tied back together. How everyone like all these cloud demons all just follow the same path. I know for a fact like they're gonna come out with a video after this shit debunk that nigga. Like that nigga is not even who he says he is. He's talking about he from Cali, nigga from fucking Wisconsin. Nigga don't even have a black
Oh,
mom.
yeah, they
Nigga
like to
has
cancel
two
the
white
fuck out of that
parents.
nigga.
They were talking about game banging. Nigga don't know the first thing about anything. Nigga hasn't even been to juvie. Nigga he kept saying that. I want juvie. Nigga, we're not associated with prison. Like, why is that our main thing? Was he said juvie at least like 6,000 times in that video? That's the
Yeah.
first thing. Yeah, I was in juvenile detention center. Like, nigga, what does that have to do with anything? You're not.
This shit makes no fucking sense. Like, I don't know. I was kind of like thinking, man, am I getting too mad at this shit? Because nobody else in the comments was like reciprocating the same energy.
Nah,
I'm
they're
like, oh,
trying to
maybe I'm
gaslight
just
a
taking
little
that
bit.
shit too serious.
First I was like, I didn't see the comments. I was just like, I watch it as soon as it comes out. God, I gotta be the first one on that bitch. So I was watching. I was like, just like, it's just how he grew up. But thinking back on it now, like, nigga, if you grew up around black people, you should know a lot more. You should have been in that bitch like the Wine Brothers, Martin. You should have been going crazy with the references. All you were saying is, I went through juvie. I've been gang banging. We gotta stop killing our brothers and sisters, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
I'm talking about
I would have made
shit.
everybody say nigga immediately.
Real shit. He would have said that shit too and got away with it somehow on the show. Like,
He got us. I'm like, no, man, beat his ass. And also, like that, I feel like a good point that I brought up was the AAVA or AAVE getting switched up in different cultures. Because when you white, you just like say whatever you mix together. Like, oh yeah, it's brick out here, right? Like just saying like mixing Atlanta with New York and California. Like that's why I think he kind of on his bullshit. Because nobody in California is saying screech. It's an Atlanta thing.
The AAV is so. First of all, like, we talked about that before. Like we always kind of like, but like now, like straight up AAV does make no fucking sense. Because why are we as black people trying to make it seem like we all speak a certain way? And like how you were saying that video was so perfect because AAVE doesn't even exist. Because like there's so like being black in America is such a different culture shock. Because an Atlanta nigga is not the same as a Cali nigga. Who's not the same as a Texas nigga. Who's not the same as a fucking New York nigga. It's way different. Way different. There is no same AV. So this nigga talking about some damn screech and shit like that, and then he wasn't even his stories didn't even match because he was saying he's from somewhere in Atlanta, but then he was like, "Nah, I'm actually born and raised in Cali."
Wait, he said he was in Atlanta?
No, because when you mentioned that, he was saying something like, "I'm from Newport" or some shit like that. Some place.
Oh, he said from Shreveport. This is in Louisiana. He said he was raised in Shreveport.
But like right after that shit, he was like, "Yeah, I was born and raised in South Cali. Like I'm from Compton. Like what the fuck is he talking about? The nigga not even
it makes no fucking sense. Because I got family in Shreveport. Shreveport, like you don't talk like you do in Atlanta. Shreveport, they got like a very thick accent. Like it's like a Baltimore accent type shit. You can barely understand the niggas. But like it's different. Like if you grew up in Atlanta, if you grew up in Shreveport, if you grew up in Cali, like you not gonna be taught. That nigga just mixed everything into one fucking big pot.
So another nigga is not like nigga is not who he says he is. Because the thing with like people who stereotype black people, like they all think we're the same. Like that's their mindset. That's why like, AAV is not a good thing. 'Cause it promotes that shit. They think we're all the same. So you probably watched like maybe he probably watched the Kai stream,
Yeah.
watched some random nigga from Cali stream, and watched like listen to a few JID songs. So it was like okay, bet. I got
That's
my
all it was,
personality for
JID.
this
Yeah, because he
thing.
got strawberries and shit like that. But like you know when a nigga's from Atlanta because they got a very distinct way that they talk type shit. Like I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from like an hour out, so I'm not gonna talk like them niggas. If you talk to an Atlanta nigga, they have like you know they're from Atlanta, and that nigga was trying to act like them. But he didn't. I don't know what the fuck he was trying. That nigga pissed me the fuck off that entire video.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. And that whole video is crazy because you know they're gonna make. You know because they Jubilee and Cut like they just make content. They don't like there is no controversy with them niggas. They just make content.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
It's
know
not.
they're finna make five white people and then one black. They're gonna make
Well,
a.
they did that already. They did a year ago.
I
But
didn't see that
the thing
shit.
is, I don't blame them because I don't think they knew how it was gonna turn out because they did the 5 white people and 1 black person like last year. It's not until now they're doing the 5 black people, 1 white person. But like the thing is, if you go back and watch that video on their channel, that shit is way different because like just trying to be white is not you're not in there saying like, oh yeah, I grew up listening to Beethoven. Like they just in there just being themselves, which I think is how being black should be. Like it's like
That's crazy.
I feel like you trying to be a race should be indistinguishable. Like you should just be like, hey, being black is only the skin color. We still have culture. It's not about
they're not
just
all the
gang
same.
banging.
That's why it's like this stuff is so nuanced because like it goes so deep. That's why like in media like when it's so terrible like the black people are always the athlete or always the gang banger,
Yeah.
and then like people from the Middle East are always like taxi drivers and gas station clerks, and then Asian people are always the tutors and the teachers and the doctors and shit like that. When white people could be anything the fuck they want to be. They could be magicians to vampires to anything. They don't have to be locked into
Yeah,
one
exactly.
predetermined shit. So on the white one, they probably were just like, yeah, like I listened to rap when I was growing
They
up.
was
Well,
just-
my
they
family
was just
listened
being
to R&B, listened to blues, we listened to whatever. So
Or whatever your definition of normal is, I guess. But they were just acting like they were literally just saying regular shit. Like I wish that we could have done that exact same shit in our video. Like
they were trying to, but then our niggas are talking about some damn. We don't say grape, we say purple. Like nigga, that doesn't fucking matter.
Now when they got to the part where they were
Nigga
trying to
sold.
solve the black flight or whatever, they were speaking. Like I really want to remember what the fuck the first nigga said, but he said some like he was a genius type shit. Like every single one of their like things was like, oh shit, we really do need to start doing that. And for that white nigga to be like, yeah, bro, we gotta fix gang culture. Like nigga, shut the fuck up, dog.
Nigga act like gang coaches only tied to black people as if the mafia didn't
Yeah,
exist. with
it was.
Italian,
We
like,
got
what?
our culture from Italians.
Like what the fuck? The niggas still exist to this day. Even fucking El Chapo and them as a whole, it was before black people. Like what the fuck are we talking about right now? That's just not us. That's just a human thing. And that's the narrative they try to push. That shit's so corny. Like I
was
I
watching
didn't
the
get
video.
why you were so mad, but that shit has me livid right now. That shit pissing me off.
I was watching the video basically just explaining how all those like mafias and gangs and stuff are still very predominant like to this day. And I didn't know it, but whenever Kanye was doing this shit to Jewish people, apparently like all the Jewish hires up like got into a big meeting. Like that's why I kind of like went on to Twitter talking about the 5 Kage summit type shit. Because apparently whenever something happens in these groups, like the Italian community, the Jewish community, like whenever something happens in these groups, they all have like a higher ups meeting where like nobody would know what the fuck happens in there. It's like a big ass like Illuminati meeting. Like you'll never know what the fuck they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But black people are the only ones that don't have that shit. Like whenever something happens in our community, like the Colin Kaepernick shit, like all the predominant shit, all the shit that is like huge, there's not ever a meeting on what we need to do. So it's like just everybody doing what the fuck is good for themselves, basically. Like a lot of the football players, whenever Colin Kaepernick did the kneel shit, they have all come out today and be like, I wish I really could have moved a lot different and like joined the nigga. But I was scared about like losing money for my family.
I feel that, but I mean, like at some point you gotta make a stand, like for real. Like the thing is, they can't fire all like people. Like I said this before, like black people, like in general, like are majority of the media in America. We're like the athletes. Like I said, that's our stereotype. We're entertainers. That's how they see us as.
Yeah.
It just happens to be like we. It's just we excel at that shit. We not only that we excel at everything, damn near.
Yeah.
But like we really are good in entertainment. Like if everyone was kneeling and was like, I'm not gonna play this game until y'all like get your shit together, NFL. What they gonna do? Play with only the white people? That shit looks insane. They're gonna lose so much money. Like, bro, like the best people of each sport is all black people, damn near, anyways. Like maybe
Absolutely.
besides like fucking some random shit like hockey or something. And even then, I bet like there's probably some clutch ass nigga in that shit too. So it's like, bro, you know, like
Somebody
we
somebody that played for the Colts was basically saying how he hates how the NBA is like so they can choose what team they want to play for basically because I think he was talking about KD can just go to the Suns when he wants to whatever the fuck and he wishes that like there was that much unity inside the NFL because in the NFL it's kind of like they own you. They can do what the fuck they want from you. You don't know that you even traded until you read it on that headline type shit. But like in the NBA, they making way more money because of LeBron. They're more unified. They can kind of basically go to their head coach and be like, I want to play for the Lakers next year. Is that cool? And the coach would be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like they're a lot more like together. It's because they had that big ass NBA lockdown a few years ago. Like where they said, I'm not going to play unless you let us do what the fuck we want to do type shit. And we're not going to be owned by you niggas.
That's why I respect LeBron, and that's why nigga really is the GOAT, because LeBron's always been like that too. There's no one like that for the NFL I've ever seen. I think Colin Kaepernick was trying to be like that, but niggas were like, just shun that nigga. But LeBron is the
Yeah,
king. So when that nigga speaks, niggas listen. So that nigga just, like, so they told the nigga to shut up and play basketball, and LeBron said, no, I'm going to keep talking and keep making, like he's the definition of making it easier for the people behind him. He's the definition of
absolutely.
that shit. Nigga is a true GOAT. I won't let anyone tell me any different. That's just actually like the end of the because the NBA might still have things like that, like when people could be getting traded even though they didn't know about it and stuff like that. But compared to the
It's
NFL, where it's
rare.
like where it's like a franchise, where like the owners are like they literally like they control everything about the team. Like in the end, like in the NBA, like I like them. Then the Clippers one, what's his name, like Donald Sterling. I think got fucking canceled the fuck out of because he was doing some crazy fucked up shit.
Yeah, and he's
And
the
then
owner.
and everyone was speaking about that nigga, and I think they fired that nigga, and like someone else owns the Clippers now. Like they don't give a fuck over there. Like and they might get away with it for some time, but like once they catch your ass, you're out of here. They don't give a fuck. In the NFL, it's like I don't know, modern day slavery type shit. Like I don't know, like they just be over there just suffering.
But the thing is, there might be a change soon because like the five best quarterbacks inside the NFL right now are all black. So you got the two
That's
niggas that
true.
were just inside the Super Bowl, and then like three other niggas that are like the best. And especially since Tom Brady is gone now, he retired. Now like
Finally,
who's gonna notice that the best Super Bowl that we've had in like years was
it's
from
this
two
one.
black quarterbacks.
What's this one? And this is the first time ever that has been two black quarterbacks facing versus each other or some shit like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I kept on hearing that shit being said around everywhere
Yeah,
in that like in the sports space.
it
Like I
sounds
said,
accurate, honestly.
it ties back into like I said before, like we are the because they like I said they portray us as the entertainers. So it was just like, through history happened is always excel in entertainment. But like it's still true to this day. Like, of course, we've branched out. We're not only entertainment, but like we excel in entertainment. So if we had a Kage somewhere where people are like, okay, we have someone from the basketball, like someone from like the athletic side. We got someone from the acting entertainment side. We got someone from the gaming side. We got someone from the business side. We got someone from this side. Let's all come together and talk about what we're gonna do as a black people for going forward for this year. What are we focusing on? Are we focusing on
Exactly.
trying to fix gun reform? We focus like it's bigger than our respective stuff. Like we could first start off with like content creation, only focus on like okay, how we gonna move this show on YouTube or Twitch or are we finna make our own this year finally? Put all our money together type shit. But it can branch off and become bigger than that
And then
because
build off that shit.
exactly. Because there's other
Like
people have that same shit too. I'm not surprised that like when Kanye was saying all that shit, Jewish people were probably like, and not to like feed into what that nigga was saying. Fuck that nigga. But
yeah.
like, it's cool. That's a good thing to have people like kind of looking out for your entire race, your entire lineage, and being like, okay, like let's all meet together and discuss this. That's a fire ass thing. We need that shit.
And it's so like it's expected. Like if something happens inside one of these communities, like whether it's like look at basically the boroughs inside New York, right? You got Chinatown, like there's different sections off of like where they basically run their own shit. So like if somebody fucks with something inside Chinatown, the higher ups meet inside Chinatown, whoever that may be. If I say something, probably gonna sound stereotypical, but y'all niggas be making fun of black people all the time, so who gives a fuck? But like the higher ups inside that borough meet together, like, okay, what the fuck we gonna do like this? Like that community runs that section basically, and it's like that all over the world. And the only people that doesn't have that is black people. So like if we were to have these like summits, even something on a lower level like content creation, if we were to go in there with like RDC, Berleezy, Rage, Kai, like all the higher ups and be like, okay, look, first of all, how y'all's mental health doing? Rage, I've been seeing you been spiraling out on stream. What's going on with you? Talk to us. That handles that whole situation of niggas acting crazy on stream because they have someone to actually sit down and talk to. Then we could be like, okay, so who are the young guns that y'all kind of want to stand behind? And somebody, I saw this guy named I Show Speedy kind of blowing up on YouTube. I think we need to get him in here and talk about, how he should move, what he should position himself in terms of like soccer, because he really wants to be inside that whole manosphere of soccer. Then you'll have him like not doing crazy outlandish shit. You'll have him on I guess he was like gonna do a press conference or something with the football team or something, and then they got snatched away from him.
With Sky Sports. That's like the ESPN of England. Like you know how big that is. He would like if he had a Kage summit right now, Speed would have a shoe with Nike or by now. Literally, he would have a shoe or some crazy shit like. But his thing ties all the way back to Adin. His main person was Adin from the get-go. That was his mentor, Adin Ross, whose mentor is everybody else. That any other cloud demon that's popular at the time is his mentor.
Exactly.
So Speed was just saying, okay, so I gotta do anything to do just to get some clout. That's why shout out to Speed, but every time I see a clip, this nigga put himself in danger. Nigga was trying to like fry chicken in his room with no cover. Like, what is happening?
Like, stuff like that is just entertainment. But like with these summits, it takes out the Speed, man. You couldn't do that Asian accent whenever you said that dude's name. Like, come really think about what you're doing. Like these conversations have to be had because at the end of the day, these niggas are kids, bro. Like even I'm still young inside of this shit. So like a mentor that's not some bum ass nigga like Adin or some shit would be needed. Like, Apollo, here's what you can do different. Boom, boom, boom. Here's what I did at your level. Interact with this dude. I'll put you with a thumbnail creator to get your thumbnails straight. I'll get you with an editor so you can make a lot more content. He's only charging like $20 per video, so that's good for you. Like, you need stuff like that for these niggas that are growing. Not to say we're going to extend the handout to every nigga in the world, but like, some of these people, all they really need is somebody to back them. Like the JoJo's, the Ricos. Like, imagine if they would have never got that extended upper hand from like a Dante or like a Berleezy or somebody. Like, Rico is inside some bros because he was playing games with Jack. And then Jack was like, hey, Berleezy, this dude funny. And now he's an integral part of the group. Like, these conversations and relationships and meetings are needed. And we don't have that shit. Because like it seems like in the content creation, like I was thinking even on a smaller scale of Pokemon, none of these niggas interact with each other. You got like grouped off sections, like watching somebody make a Pokemon content video like me and then going to watch some fucking random ass nigga like Wolfie VGC or some shit is two drastic ass sections, even though it's the same type of content. Like imagine if you ever saw like a collab with me and it's fuck that nigga now, but like A Driver or some shit. Like that would unite everything, bro. Like I don't know. I just think of things on a grander scale, which I know you do too. I just wish that everybody would see that shit. Like we don't have to be sectioned off. Like we can connect the Kai, Rage, Berleezy, Dante, Speed, like we can all just be growing together type shit.
And even them niggas, like exactly. Even at that stage, like it's so crazy, like seeing them interact because like we never see. And of course, like they might be talking like behind like content, but like it's just crazy. Like I feel like if they showed that shit a lot more too, like maybe if they're not talking behind the scenes, if they actually like hung out with each other, I'd be fire as fuck to see. Like seeing Bruce play crab game with Berlizzi was such a like jaw drop. It was so fucking funny. The wit, seeing Bruce so young, but like seeing like Berlizzi, he's like veteran in this shit, and seeing how they interact, like how they're playing off each other's energy and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like we need more of that shit, bro. Like just having everyone so divided, it feels like okay, we have Berlizzi, Corey, RDC over here. Then you got all the people like Rage and Kai, and they be showing love to each other. I know like Corey be like putting like AMP and like your Rage clips in his things and stuff like that. He be showing them love, and then vice versa. And they be like, yeah, I grew up watching Corey because of course everyone watches Corey as a black guy when you're growing up. But I wish like they would like do more than that. Like like I don't know, just do more for like the community as a whole. And I mean, it's not up to them. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. Like something like eventually we're gonna come through and make it happen regardless. But it'd just be nice to see that for sure. Like just seeing people like because like I it's so crazy seeing people like Speed and some other people have been blowing up too. Like I've been seeing them like they're like the new upcomers. Because I saw Rage kind of like shouting them out the other day on stream. I've been seeing a lot of their clips too on TikTok. That's like those people need to be like, okay, so they're blowing up. Let's take them into the, let's take them aside. Let's, talk to them. Like, if they refuse to help, they refuse to help. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to refuse the help from their fucking idols, people they grew up watching. I'm like, if Corey pulled you aside and was like, hey, I've been in this game for a damn near 15 years. I know what I'm talking about. Like, you keep doing you, keep being yourself, but, like, maybe switch this up so you can be a little bit more marketable. Maybe, like, clean this up a little bit. Stop talking to this person. Like, bro. That shit's gonna be life changing. Like Speed's direction. I keep talking about Speed because Speed is he's a limitless potential. Like the fact that he has 10 million subs plus in like 2 years off of streaming, people don't understand how crazy it on YouTube is insane. But he can lose it all. Literally, I hope he doesn't. But I think he's on like his second strike on YouTube because he keeps doing fucking stupid shit. And he got banned off of Twitch already too for doing stupid shit. And you know why? Because the people he's hanging around with, he's hanging out with Adin, all these other just weird old niggas. If he was hanging out with people like Berlizzi and RDC, they'd be like, hey, nigga, no, don't do that shit. Chill out a little bit. You can still be you and entertain your audience. I know they love you for who you are, but don't be doing this crazy shit. Don't be saying that shit to Ash Cash like that. Don't be making people fun of people's cultures and their voices and stuff like that. Maybe it seems funny in the moment, but then when you have to make the apology video a couple hours after, then you look stupid. Like everything it could be so preventable.
It's just at the end of the day, like the only person that's going to care for you is somebody that's in kind of the same position that you in. It's like if we had like a summit like that, obviously other content creators are going to care for your well-being. So like, let's just say Speed, not even speak some crazy shit to expect. Let's just say a random nigga that, of course, is on Speed's level gets banned from YouTube. YouTube is not going to give a fuck about you. We are. Like, the content creators that are in your situation, we're going to care. Like, whenever Berlizzi got banned, everybody felt that shit. We're like, oh, shit, that nigga got banned? YouTube didn't give a fuck, bro. YouTube didn't care whatsoever. So with these summits or whatever, you're going to have people that are in your same position caring for you and mentoring you and telling you whether or not you choose to use that same fucking knowledge and game that we giving you, that's whatever. We at least still tried to help you out, which I know niggas are probably in the background sending text to him and stuff. Like I can imagine like a Mark or somebody from RDC probably with Speed's number texting him like, hey, you couldn't do some shit like that. But it's different when you in person. Anybody can send a fucking text to somebody. If you can use that same knowledge and ding him to the face and like talk to the nigga to sit him down, and it don't even got to be like a week or some shit. If we were to all meet inside Texas in a conference room, like all the white niggas be doing with they fucking employees and shit like that, and just talk for like 2 hours or some shit, and then go to record some content for a little bit, where our fans can see us all inside a video. Like imagine. It's literally unimaginable to see like Berlizzi in a video with Speed and them interacting with each other. That's how like crazy and outlandish that shit would be. Like nigga, oh shit, like what Corey making jokes with Speed? What the fuck? Like oh shit, that's crazy.
They both be like, but they crazy because they do know of him too. Because Berlin, like in his most recent video, he did some shit. It's like, oh, isn't that the things that Speed be doing? Like they all know each other too. It's just like that'd be so annoying. It's like
so
we're just like one step away. I think they were getting mad about that in the rap community because they were like, why did all like the OGs never talk to any of the young people and tell them how to like to
Exactly.
tell them to tour and stuff like that. The only one who did do that was J. Cole, and they tried to clown that nigga because of that shit, even though he was trying to help these niggas out, and they didn't listen. Which is, like I said, if you don't want to listen, you don't want to listen. Because look at Little Pump, look at Smoke Perp, they didn't listen. He said to keep touring, he said to not follow these trends and be you and find a different sound. They didn't want to listen, but like. I like even if you have people like Jay-Z and people like that reaching down trying to help these niggas, and like it'd be, and like I guess yeah, it does go both ways. As a young person, you have to understand like these people have been through what I've been through, and they have some good wisdom for me. I might not be able to take all of it, but I could take some of it and at least apply it to my own self. So it
Yeah.
does go both ways. I do understand that because Little Pump and Smoke Purp, none of them listened, and they all ended up like clout demons. At least Little Pump. I don't know about so I heard Smoke Purp not too bad, but Little Pump, I know that nigga's spiraling right now. But it's like I just like in all like facets of like the black community just in general, because like every other community feels like it's way more together than the black community than anything.
Because
Like
it is. It's not like a feeling. I mean, they truly are. Like we don't like just that's why I said even content is such a smaller level. Because imagine if we had like a fucking room with, which of course they might be doing this, but I mean, even if I can say they might be doing this, but we don't know it, it wouldn't show that they are. Like you see, whenever the other communities meet up, like you never see that problem in their community again. Like it just seems like every other community is so like top notch and so like self policing that we never hear anything bad about them niggas. It's only in the black community, so it's not even like I can be like, oh, we don't know, they might be doing it, because they're not. Like imagine we see a room with like Will Smith and J. Cole, just like niggas that you would never see together inside a room together, all talking like, hey bro, maybe we should go buy like an entire city inside Utah and make it black owned, where black workers can live there, black police can police the place. Like there aren't these conversations being had because other communities have done that shit. That's why we have places like Chinatown and shit like that, because it was literally bought by these people that of course are part of that community, and now it's self-policed by them niggas, and you never hear anything bad coming out of that. The only bad thing you hear about Chinatown is whenever you like another person goes in there acting stupid.
yeah,
Like we don't
like
have
that.
any places like that for us where we can go over there and buy out cities and shit like that in any of these states. We don't have anything. That's why we are known as the quote unquote bottom of the totem pole, because we're like there's so many things wrong with our community.
That's why the video was good too, because I think one of them mentioned that. I think you mentioned that like in the video, but the 5 black people and the 1 white guy. One of them was like when they were talking about big problems in the community. And I know people might be hearing this right now. And I used to be on the kind of the same way too, and be like, it's all so negative. But it's like if anything, it's constructive criticism. I don't want any black person to be hearing this right now, because this is a very like black like main majority community. And it's like we're talking like this because it needs to be said, because like we don't have these things for the black community at all. So it's like when we're saying this, it's not saying this out of hatred, but like love and like wanting the community to see the community grow, not just from content creation, but just in a general sense. Because like I think the guy said in the video, he was saying something. He really was speaking. And he was like, we got to stop like victimizing ourselves or something. And maybe you said it, but it was like, we got to stop victimizing ourselves and start taking accountability a little bit. And of course, not everything is done to us, by other black people, obviously. But a lot of it can be some stuff that can be self-policed. A lot of it can, like the pride, the jealousy, people not want to listen to other black people. People just, like I said, it's really just that pride and that jealousy between other black people. Like when like some black people get in positions of power, they start losing their head a little bit. So it's like some certain things like that need to be self-policed. Like the AVE thing, like I don't know who made that shit up, but that shit gotta go. Like I said before, we don't all speak similar way. I know we might say similar shit because if we black type shit, but like we shouldn't have a name. I feel like it should be labeled. It should just be like we're black. It should just be just a natural thing. It shouldn't be labeled. And then you got white people out here like trying to like I don't know, like I don't just kind of just giving them ammunition to use against us. So when they do want to stereotype us, they're coming up to us and saying all this AAVE shit. When it's not even AAV, like nigga, I don't speak like that. Like who you trying to disrespect? Like you just look like a clown right now. Like all that shit gotta go, bro. All that shit gotta go.
Absolutely. Well, we talked y'all here for like almost 2 hours. That kind of got deep towards the end right there, but I'll go and close this shit out. We hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. I really do want to like kind of start some fucking, which I mean I got to make it up there first, but like some type of summit where I can talk to these niggas about everything that I basically voiced my opinion on. I just think us as a black community, we got to be closer. And if I can just start off by doing that with content, then I'm completely fine with that shit. Like as long as, like even what Nipsey Hussle said, as long as I start the race up and there's a baton to pass, that's all I give a fuck about. Whether I accomplish that shit or not in this life, hopefully somebody grabs the baton and furthers it and furthers it and furthers it until we are somewhere notable within the next hundreds of years. I could literally give a fuck if it's accomplished this lifestyle. But if I can start that shit to where it can at least progress, that's all I care about. That shit. But it's been here and now. Hope you guys enjoyed this shit. It's been Taco, Jez, Pollo. We'll see y'all next episode. Peace.
Peace.